Thinking out loud. You should be buying Bitcoin. Okay, friends, what's up? Web 3.0. What is it? Let's talk about it today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. The idea is simple. I go live every day for about 10 minutes, Monday through Friday. Happy Hanukkah, by the way. Today is a Hanukkah episode. Happy Hanukkah to everyone who's lighting the candles. And I'm all about holiday cheer. I don't know about you, but I'm all about holiday cheer. I like to help you look good, feel good, and smell good, and that's why I'm here. So today, my friends are watching behind the scenes on Instagram, Safe New Media on Instagram, behind the scenes. There's a link there, and it is music related. I'm going to play, this time we'll play 45 seconds of my single, but at the end. And you can pre-order it or you can get the NFT. Your choice. More about that later. Speaking of NFTs, what is Web3? Before we talk about it, if you would like all of your wildest dreams to come true, go to safenewmedia.com/XOXO. Join our our community, and all your wildest dreams will come true. safenewmedia.com/XOXO. My name's Sean Allen Fenn, the founder of Safe New Media. So I can't talk about anything new without talking about Web3. What is it? All right, first of all, I am not the sharpest tool in the shed. There are people that are much more smarter than I. So, that being said, that's a little disclaimer. I still feel like it's my responsibility, though, to explore this because I'm interested in it. I'm curious. I want to know. I want to get into it, and that's why I started getting into NFTs. That's why I minted a couple NFTs. Yes, that is a term for putting your thing, whatever it is. Could be a JPEG, could be any kind of digital media on the blockchain, thereby turning it into an asset. It can be turned into a asset, a non-fungible token, meaning, all right, this is important because this is the technology that is a breakthrough technology. There's a couple of things. I'll try to explain it. If you want to correct me, feel free, leave a comment and correct me on this, what I'm going to talk about, okay? The way I'm going to try to explain it, I might get something wrong, so feel free to leave a comment and correct me. All right, but let's go through how we got there. You know, why is it called Web 3.0? All right, it started off back in the day, around the 90s, 80s, 90s ish to 2000. Just building it out. Just building out the information. So it was interesting, but it was not a very user-friendly experience. So the information economy started here. Web 3 was read only. Okay, so if you remember Internet Explorer, Netscape, all right, it was something new just to get online, just to get information out, eh, and you basically could only read information. You could only, it was read only. So not too not too exciting. You could look at what someone put on their web page. All right, so Web 2.0 is referring to the platform economy. The platform economy is read and write. So that is the platforms like Amazon, Facebook, YouTube. So this is the start of the creator economy, and where we've seen the technology progress, and we've seen the creator economy emerge, and that is that is a cool thing. But the problem is that we're depending on these platforms. We're depending on platforms like YouTube. There you're watching right now on YouTube, on LinkedIn. I'm I'm on Twitch right now, and Facebook includes that. I'll upload this to Facebook momentarily. Anyway, so these platforms, we're depending on them, and they could theoretically just pull the plug on us. We've seen that happen. Some people, you're not in control of your data. So while it's interesting and it is useful, it there is a problem with it, and that is because it is in the hands of only, the big platforms. And once more users have s- invested by putting their information into these, uploading onto Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and stuff, you become more reliant on them. So that is kind of a problem. All right, so here's where it's getting interesting. Is Web 3.0. All right, so by the way, I'm explaining this as best I can because I'm trying to understand it myself. So as someone said, you teach what you need to learn. All right, so the reason that this is important is because things are headed this way. Wayne Gretzky is attributed to this saying that you follow the puck. I'm paraphrasing, but meaning you notice the trends and you follow where it's going. You see the trend, you see where it's going, you see where things are headed, and you go that way. Follow the puck. And so this is where the puck is headed. Okay, so the since the internet happened, the we the most interesting thing happened. There's this fundamental technological breakthrough called blockchain technology. And that is what is like the the biggest breakthrough in computer science that is moving us in this direction. This is interesting because blockchain is this breakthrough is because this distributed consensus this w- distributed consensus technology was did not exist before. So because we have this this s- system of consensus that is distributed, this is forming trust relationships in an untrusting environment, and that is what makes this so amazing. Is that we don't have to rely on these third party sort of trust, um, you know, enablers. I don't know how else to say it. So that's what's interesting. Um, these trust facilitators. I don't know. You know what I mean. We don't have to have these third party things anymore. This Web3 technology uh, is so it is revolutionary because you can now own. Not only can you read and write, you can now own and execute your you know your whatever you're doing online. You can own it, and other people can own it. So that's what's so game changing about this. Okay, it's like this. This is maybe not a direct analogy, but I think of it like this. Say if you only have one quarter, a quarter dollar, and you lose that quarter, then the problem isn't that that risk that you took, you know, led to you losing that quarter. That's not the problem that you lost the quarter. Say if you lose the quarter like down the gutter or something, you drop it. The problem is that you only had one quarter. That's the problem. And it's this the over reliance on one thing, on one platform, on one monetary, one form of money. So Web3 is not just about cryptocurrency. That is sort of a byproduct of the technology. But it is that we don't have to have just monopoly, no pun intended, monopoly money. Not one fiat currency, but now we have many competing currencies. We have blockchain as a store of value. We have Ethereum, which is basically like a software that's built on the network that allows us to do all sorts of things, including a currency. And the real, besides the decentralization, the real innovation is tokenization. And the the tokenization is how we incentivize others, how we incentivize the other consensus participants, like the validators and the miners. But also, say if you're a musician and the the old way of doing things was you you put out your music on streaming services, and no one really has an incentive to buy in to your project. There there's no skin in the game. So anyone can put you in their background music on Spotify, and there's no incentive for them to participate, by and large. But with tokenization, people are incentivized to invest in you, to participate. So if you're an artist you it was very, very hard to get people to invest in your art, to buy your art, and to participate. But now, because of NFTs, people are incentivized. Your art, all of a sudden, your music, all of a sudden, has utility that wasn't possible before this technology, before this innovation, before this blockchain technology and tokenization, before that was, developed. you it was very hard to make a living just making art or making music. For majority of musicians, they don't make a lot of money. But now people can invest. They're incentivized by tokenization. And this is not just about, NFTs, and not just about creative people creating new utility for their work. It is what the what the world is going to look like as we as all right. We're used to watching YouTube and seeing ads. We're used to that. And that model took a while to develop. I don't know if I'm the oldest one here, but I remember when the internet was new. I was a little kid, and no one really knew how to monetize anything yet, until advertising became the model for for monetizing everything online. And that worked, but it led to, it led to us relying on that, relying on advertising. And with Web3, it's not going to be like that anymore. We're not going to rely on advertising. So there's already companies. Pay attention to the big companies that are adapting quickly, like Nike, Adidas, Budweiser. Budweiser just launched their I think they're just now launching their NFTs. Budweiser bought the beer.eth domain, and they're launching their NFTs, which will incentivize people like never before to be invested in their product. All right. I, I'm aware that, I might not be explaining this as well as I could be, because this is such a big deal. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around. This is a very big deal. This technology is a very huge innovate, a very big, really big show. It's a really big show. So Disney, I think, is making NFTs if they didn't already. Um, and if these besides that, we have companies that are buying Bitcoin for the balance sheets. There there's there's something to notice here, because if if these companies are going in on this, then the rest of us who are not doing it we're missing something. I don't know how else to explain it, but if you don't think this is a big deal, then you're naive. It's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. All right, but that's the best way I can explain Web3 right now. Is that the tokenization and the decentralization. Like, the decentralization aspect of it is one thing, but it's not as big as the tokenization element of it, because y- you are now able to own, like you couldn't own property online. That's the best way I can explain it right now is you can own digital anything. You can own it. You couldn't do that before. You could own it. You could be the one owner of a digital thing. It's hard to wrap your head around. This is a game changer. And it's just gonna get crazier. So I'm trying to understand it as best I can. So I was, I not much for coding or anything, but I'm interested in talking to people who know more than I do. So I don't know. That's my takeaway. That's the hidden secret I'm revealing to you is that I want to know. I want to get into this more. So I'm going to leave you with. Here's my diagram. I didn't make this diagram, by the way. I meant to credit the guy who made this diagram. I'm sorry. I'll leave it in the comments. Okay. So that's the best way I can explain this Web3 thing right now. But I'm really interested in this, and I suggest you might want to, if you're not already, if you if you don't already have some kind of cryptocurrency, if you don't already have Bitcoin, if you don't already have Ethereum or altcoin, I suggest, or if you haven't collected an NFT yet or made an NFT, I said I suggest, just a suggestion, that you get into it. And I do have an NFT for my music. I'm gonna play you. You can watch the whole video at safetymedia.com/surplus. But I'm gonna play you 45 seconds of my song, "The Love Cascade." All right, here it is. Watch the whole video. safetymedia.com/surplus. There's a link in the bio if you're watching on YouTube. I think on LinkedIn to pre-save the song or to get the NFT. There's a link in the description. And if you're watching on Safe New Media Instagram, there's a link there. My friends are watching behind the scenes, Safe New Media Instagram. There's a link there to pre-save the song. If you want it on Spotify or iTunes, you can pre-save it, or you can get the NFT now. There's 7 NFTs. They will unlock the NFTs. There are only 7. They will unlock rewards like free merchandise. If I ever play shows, you can get in for free, and more. And there'll be more coming. So that's it. I appreciate you guys. All right, smash that subscribe button, and I don't know. Leave a comment. Correct me if I'm not making if you need to correct anything that I mentioned today. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait. Hang on a sec. Comments. Yo, Joe. Hey, brother. Hey, Vincent. Good to see you guys. All right. I was just about to end, but I'm glad that you guys said hi. Appreciate you guys. Leave a comment. Let me know, correct anything that I brought up. It's talking about Web3 and why it's significant. What are the traits? Why tokenization is so important? Why this is technology that is a game changer? The fact that you can own digital anything, you can own it in a way that you couldn't before. It's pretty cool stuff. All right, I appreciate you guys. I have spoken.